Hey everyone. So earlier today I had a really incredible experience. Steve and I were able to get about 25 meters away from six wild Canadian elk. They were absolutely beautiful, young male elk just sort of basking in the sun while we were on our way back from looking at our wedding venue. And we were able to sit there, hang out with them. I did a video and they didn't care at all that we were there. It was pretty amazing. So I had, on my way home, been deleting some of the older files throughout my phone while I was in the passenger seat, and I inadvertently deleted the intro to my video, which I'm very disappointed about, to be quite honest, because I thought it was pretty witty and pretty clever and, just really captured the moment. But alas, it is what it is. So this is sort of me making up for that intro to give you a bit of context as to where I am and what type of company I have in the background of this video. Enjoy.
When I was low, I was feeling kind of ranty, so I put on my big girl panties and started up a YouTube channel with nothing but soul.
Had a couple really interesting conversations the last week with feminists that are on social media, so Twitter specifically. I don't really use anything else other than, of course, YouTube. And one was a self-proclaimed feminist, the other was just clearly a feminist in every possible way. And both were Canadian, and both were civil, but extremely condescending. And there's that whole moral judgment Puritan thing that comes out when it comes to, as my friend Gracie West would call, the cult of social justice, which really just is a religion of its own, sort of replaces traditional religion for many. And you can never quite be pure enough. You can never quite be good enough. And if you denounce any of the ideas, you're either ignorant or, you're a fascist, of course, or whatever word they want to call you. But often they just think, poor you, you're not woke enough. And that's what happened to me this last little bit. I was told today, first time ever, I think this is amazing, that the internal misogyny is strong within me. So good. I don't even know what that really means, which I guess means that I'm just not woke enough. But I think mostly it means that men rule my life and oppress me, and I'm not really quite aware of it because I just don't understand how men really are. And honestly, where did this come from, you guys? Was it about me saying how I just love to make my man a sandwich? It was not. Although let the record show, I make a mean sandwich, and I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying making lunch for someone that I love. It actually feels kind of nice. A man who I was having a conversation with on Twitter about left-wing versus right-wing politics. We actually disagreed, but we came to a middle ground. He said I seemed to be respectful and intelligent. And I said, thank you, I appreciate it. We found a middle ground. It was quite nice. I think we follow each other now. It's great. Differing opinions, normal adult civil conversation, I'm all in. She, however, took it as him saying that I seemed smart when really I am smart. And she had to stand up for me and say, no, she is intelligent. She doesn't seem intelligent. And I was like, you don't need to do that. This is all fine. I don't think he meant anything. And I just suggested perhaps it was unfair for us to assume that because of one's gender that they are in a certain mindset, to assume that they have bad intentions. I said it wouldn't be fair and you wouldn't enjoy it as a woman for that to be done to you. That's what makes me have internal misogyny. So I'm going to leave it to Rance Derrick to make a great joke about internal misogyny and what that might mean. I'm going to keep it clean today for the sake of the wildlife. I will leave you guys with my own message, which is very, very strongly I will state, I am not a feminist. I believe in equal rights. I believe in human rights. I am appalled at places where real women's rights violations are taking place, and I stand by those people, and you'll see that throughout my videos, especially in upcoming videos. We are not oppressed as women on average in Canada, not systemically oppressed. There's jerks, there's misogynists, there's chauvinists. I've met them. Those people aren't that common, you guys. I'm extremely lucky to be surrounded by not only some pretty cool male animals, but also a male humanoid, my fiance. So perhaps I am jaded. Perhaps I haven't had such terrible experiences with men, but that's actually not true either. If anybody had a reason to hate dudes, I think it might actually be me. There's been some pretty negative experiences. Sorry guys, it doesn't fly with me. You don't ever paint a whole group as one thing. There's plenty of women who are assholes, and toxic femininity does exist. I did see a bit of a joke the other day Something to the effect of baths are great for everyone and everything. If you're stressed, have a bath. If you have a headache, have a bath. If you have troubles with your man, drown him in the bath. That's what the joke said. And I was like, I know it's just a joke, but honest to God, you guys, can you imagine if it was about a woman? There's a double standard in everything from comedy to just everything in our social scene right now. It's really sick. Now, I should mention that I'm in no way offended by this woman's words. I heartily chuckled because, quite honestly, I love my life as a woman. I feel free. I feel empowered. I am loved. I have great male friends. I'm taken seriously. For the most part, I don't feel that when I'm being attacked, it's because I'm a woman. And I'm not saying that's not the case for everybody, but I think it's silly to think that just because I said not to read too much into a benign comment, that I would have so much self-hatred as a woman. That's another one that women get accused of when they're not on board with this sort of victim mentality. I think it's just silly. It's ruining relationships with our men, and it's ruining sort of the balance of nature. I love me some toxic masculinity, not gonna lie. I'll leave you with one last image of a very beautiful place. Thanks for joining me here, and may you have a wonderful, blessed week. Be good to each other, regardless of your gender, not because the feminists tell you to.